What's good, y'all? I'm back again with another vid. I hope y'all doing well. And today we're gonna talk about the 3P's. And this time I usually have ahead of time, got a few notes from my videos, but we going off the head this time. I feel like this is a topic that I'm very fluent in, and it's really just like something kind of so obvious, and I noticed it within my life, and that's how I'm able to talk about it. So these are the 3P's. The 3P's. So before you have any, let's just say, perception of anything, of any situation, you go through these 3P's. Now, the 3P's are perspective, perception, and projection. Okay, let's first start with perception. Perception is your senses, what you're perceiving. So I'm perceiving with my eyes, nose, mouth, my touches. I'm perceiving it. I'm taking it in, right? And then you have perspective, which is everything that you have already taken in within the past and basically your subconscious mind. And your perspective is formulated from the current situation, but also in part from just your overall knowledge of the world, right? So then you cast out with your perspective, right? You cast the light out, or actually, take that back. That's projection. Um, Perspective is more so the internalization of um the perception. So okay, yep. So it's the internalization of the perception. If y'all with me, y'all with me. But so once you internalize this perception and you formulate your perspective based on everything that you know and your senses and all the information that you have gathered, then you therefore project it out, project the light out, or maybe a shadow, but you project your perspective and perception out on the world, and that formulates the situation and creates the situation. Now that's not the all the ingredients of the situation, but I feel like it's a good chunk. Let's just say 70%. So it's I notice, like, before you make any decision, it's like you go through this process within your mind. And my whole channel is about, and I noticed throughout my life I've been in love with introspection and just paying attention to the processes and inner workings of my mind and how I interact with the world, right? But there these 3P's are essential because you start to realize you are creating your reality, literally. Like people say your mind creates your reality and then casts it out. That is real. That's true. So it's like, and and I'm speaking on the practical level. We could talk about scientific, we ain't talking about that though. But on the pragmatic level, just on the basis of me, like you really can't deny this. If you pay attention to your own thought processes, you start to realize that you go through this process through each situation. So now that we are aware of the 3P's, how can we use that to help us, and what is even the reason of knowing this? Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I don't know, but we're gonna talk our way through it. I feel like the 3P's. First of all, awareness is like a light. And so once you become aware of something, you now, it's like, say for instance, you're walking in a dark forest, and then you finally light a candle or a torch, right? So now you're illuminated with what's around you, but the whole time everything was already around you, but now you're just aware of it. So awareness is important. So now that you're aware of yourself creating your reality, you can learn to create the reality that you actually want to live instead of continuously creating a reality that you really don't want to live. And you're doing it so we're so many people are in such a state of reaction, and we get caught up reacting so quick. We're so quick to do this process that we don't take the time to stop and think, or I should say stop and be aware of ourselves before we make decisions and realize that we are casting out and manifesting our certain situations in a certain way based on our perceptions, perspective, and projection, right? So it all ties in to really each decision you make. And life is very interesting because I started to notice life is one of those keen things. It's like it's almost an underlying thing. It seems like we're constantly always in this state of trying to get there on the go. We're just constantly trying to get the next thing. But life is one of those things that's now. It's ever present. So it's funny how we always feel like we are trying to find the next moment of life when life is right here in front of our face. So I don't know. I think it's just interesting to be aware of what's going on within your own mind because this is literally your world. What is going on in my mind and within uh just my life is my life in my world, right? But it's totally different from your world. And I've said this before, we speak on it many times because it's very relevant. But everything is um relative, and I feel like the 3P's are brain farting out of my mind. I don't even know what I was finna try to say, y'all. I'm just keep it a buck, you know. We just gonna get on here and talk the talk and do what it do. I ain't even trying to be formal and all that extra stuff. Get on here, talk with the mic, and let it go. But yeah, man, the 3P's. The main point of this video is to spread the awareness. You know, that's what we do on this channel, spreading the light. I say, whatever sees the light becomes the light. So you see me, and now you are aware of at least have the spark in your mind to even take a step back and look at the circumstances or at least the situations and decisions you've maybe made in the past and catch yourself also in the present moment and know that you are the creator of the situation. You choose what you how you want to react or whether if you want to respond. And I feel like reacting is more of an instantaneous thing. You don't necessarily think or you have no awareness before you do whatever it is you do. But when you respond, you are aware of the 3P's before you do them, right? And this is them in order: perception, perspective, and projection. I should have had the order in the beginning, but it's all good though. If you still here, you rocking with me, you one of them ones. I love you, you know. You meant to be here, man. You know what it is. Right place, right time with the right person, you know, your boy right here. Let's get it, let's go. But yeah, man, I just think it's I could really go very deep into it, just like because sometimes I just be thinking it's like we just be going about our day. It's like I'm a human being, like, huh? Like, why do we just accept this as it's just something regular? Like, huh? I'm conscious of my experience and I'm controlling this body, but half the time, more than half the time, the processes of my body are involuntary. We're gonna go there right now. How am I even talk? Like, I don't even know how I'm even formulating these words or where they're coming from necessarily. But I'm just talking, and I don't know where I got these hand signs from either. But hey, man, we just find our way through it and become aware of the thought processes and aware and rewriting the story, because if you don't rewrite your story, and I'm gonna make another video about this, about the subconscious mind, about how everything is pretty much a distraction. There's so many things trying to distract you, and this is like mainly the media and just like society is just it's all a big distraction, and it's like you're trying to keep up with whom for what. And it's a whole topic for another day. But the subconscious mind, uh, you constantly if you constantly think certain things, then it becomes your reality, and you start to believe it as true. So the repetition is very important. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. I'm brain farted again. Got so many topics. Why I call it unlimited? This is why. But yeah, man, the 3P's. Uh, and pay attention to the decisions you make, and before you even make the decisions, and know that you can either cast a light or a shadow on the situation, but you always have the choice, and you always have the opportunity to be aware and know that you have the possibility in the present moment. Like, there's no better time than the present moment, and I'll tell you forever, man. I love y'all, man. The 3P's: perception, perspective, projection. We projecting that light on y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We gonna keep dropping them vids, doing what we love, and letting the light shine. Let's get it. Let's go. I love y'all. We out.